So GameSpot decided to shame Shameless Blakely for something he said about video gaming way back in the day. I made a video on it, and he called them out for it in a now deleted tweet. But Shameless, you shouldn't have deleted it. You had every right to call them out. I'm so tired of elitism in the games industry. Let's get into it. Skip it up and down up. So I talked about this a few days back when Dina Bass, way back in the day before the launch of the original Xbox, she was talking or interviewing Shameless Blakely. Yes, I got his name right this time. About the Xbox, who he's one of the creators of it. And this is how he described gaming. Gaming is like masturbation. Everybody does it. Nobody wants to talk about it. And he's right. And it's not even a shame thing. It's like it's something behind closed doors, and everyone does it, but for some reason people still look down upon it if you talk about it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, people still were shaming gaming, and even to this day, to a degree, gaming is shamed. And no matter how mainstream video games have become, I still feel like there's that stigma of, oh, that's so sad. You play video games. You should be more like an adult American like me and just stare at reality TV shows for hours on end when you come home from work. That's literally exactly, because that's the more socially accepted way to waste your time than playing a game. But anyway, so I agreed with his take, and I think it was a very good analogy. But Bill, Mr. Gates, did not like it, and he brought Seamus into his office, and he was yelling at Shameless Blakely and saying, I'm the only one allowed to talk about holes. If I want to try to flirt with other women while my wife's on vacation, I can do it because I'm Bill Gates, and it looks like there's a flock of seagulls on top of my head. And then in the background, you had Steve Ballmer all angry at Seamus and just sweaty and man boob sweat going, developers, you can't say things like that. Masturbation, you can't say it. Developers. Well, anyway, GameSpot posted on Meta talking about Shameless Blakely's quote, and this is what they said on top. Maybe think before you speak next time, because I'm sure the person at GameSpot that wrote that has never made a mistake before in their life. Have you? I should. If you are the person who wrote that on Meta, who about Seamus, I want to see, is your track record perfect? Have you never made a mistake before? And honestly, as brash of an analogy as it is, he's right. It's for some reason we're shamed into thinking that fapping is bad, which it's not, and I don't think that. And it's the same. It's dwindled, but it's the same still with gaming. Like I just said before, it's still looked down upon as a childish hobby and something that adults shouldn't do, which I don't understand. Well, anyway, in this now deleted tweet from Seamus, and I'm glad I screen capped it thinking it was going to be deleted. And Seamus, you shouldn't have deleted it because you had every right to call them out. He wrote this. Wow, on Meta, GameSpot full on insults me. Wow, what jerks. That's just shitty, guys. Wow. Now, some may consider that an overreaction, but these game journalism sites always do this where they're holier than thou, and they swear to be this super inclusive group, but if you make any mistakes that they don't like, they'll be the first ones to throw you under the bus. So I like that he called them out. Now, of course, all of this is deleted from Seamus because I'm sure he got pressure to delete it, but why? Why is it, what I find amazing about human beings and what made me really want to do this story is that when we make mistakes, we want everyone to realize we're only human, that we're all flawed, and we can't be perfect all the time. But when someone else makes a mistake or has a bad take or says something that they would, or if they said stupid things in the past that they don't say now, it's no one wants forgiveness. Everyone, nope, that's it. They said something 25 years ago, fire them from their job. They should never be able to work again. They should never be able to support themselves again. They should be ridiculed for the rest of their lives. Now, there's exceptions, like when you pull an EDP 445, that I don't want to see anyone go after him or do any kind of vigilante things. That is something I totally condemn, but you deservedly should be ostracized for the rest of your life. What you tried to do, EDP, is the lowest of low. But context being key, all of us make mistakes. All of us say dumb things. And I'm tired of this elitism, especially in the games industry. It's like, oh, well, you said something a quarter century ago, so we have to shame you now for it. And what I think he said was very true. I'm tired of the elitism, and I'm glad I caught this. And Seamus, you shouldn't have deleted any of that. It was perfectly fine to say, and you were perfectly in your right to be pissed off. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.